Welcome back to the Greenhorn Photo Taker with a bug in his ear. It is early spring. It's in the evening on a weekday. And I realized I haven't taken out the darn tripod since, I don't know, mid-January. So I need to do that again. And that's why I'm here. I believe Old Mine Road is open, so I will take some shots at places I know very well because it is an evening on the weekday and I don't have much time. So we'll start with tried and true. The Gap itself. Man, I love the Gap. I love the Gap. And what I am hoping for is picking out some early color, spring color, on a couple of these trees. And the more I think about it, I think I'm gonna shoot upriver. Yeah, we'll do both. Why not? Why not? Oh, it's about 45 degrees, bright sun. It is not a cloud in the sky. It would be a great day for anything but photography. But as the sun sets, you know, it's still pretty early. We should get some good light for a couple of hours at least. It's not midday light. All right, let me see what I can come up with. So for this first shot, something very simple. I just want maybe a 4x5 of that ridge, and I'm going to try and tease out some of those colors in post. You can see, if you look hard, over on the right, a little bit of the red early buds on the tops of the trees. And I'm thinking, you know, that red combined with some of the greens on these pines might do the photo some good. There's also a little bit of yellow up on this side, but that seems pretty faint to my eyes at the moment. But this is all about having fun and not necessarily a keeper, so let's go with that. All right, first shot is in the books. Let's head upstream. As I mentioned, I do see more colors on the trees themselves. A little bit to my north on the other side of the river, on the PA side. I don't think there will be as good as a landscape type of photo, but I'm hoping I could zoom in on a couple of trees above the water, at least get that type of look of water and then changing trees above that waterline. So my problem here is I do like this scene. I like how this rock adds a bit of character to the right. I like that you can see the buds on the trees in the midground. I like the reds and greens on the trees in the background. You know, the sky is blown out a bit because it's where the direction the sun is coming from. But obviously the big elephant in the room is this is train tracks, and this is an embankment with some graffiti on it. And above that is a road. So, in fact, can you see the cars coming through now? Yes, look over here and you can see the cars coming through. So that's not a great background for the shot, but I'm just having fun. So I'm gonna see what I can do in post and see if I can edit out some of that, because I don't mind this shot at all. So let's give it a chance. All right, next stop is just a few miles upstream. We are at the Worthington State Forest Campgrounds. We're just outside of them, and not quite as picturesque as the last one, but it'll probably do. It'll probably do. What I'm noticing is some really nice colored rock on the ground, and the water is crystal clear. Well, there's a layer of slime on top, but the water itself is crystal clear. And I want to try to get some of these rocks in the foreground and maybe take a shot downriver. Upriver, the colors are popping a bit more. I think it's just the way the sun shining down on them. But they don't have the same, well, maybe they do. Well, we'll try it both ways. We're having fun. So let me get set up. I can't quite tell how much it's showing up on film, on camera here, but you know, I like the composition at least. You can see a little bit of the glare still here in the creek that's coming out from under the slope. I guess it's not a creek, it's just some groundwater. And that keeps this area pretty wet, and I can see the glow of the blue sky on that. I like that. I have to work a little bit up here. I think that tree is cut off. The water is pretty calm. So I think I like what I see. Maybe zoom in just a bit. Let me see. No, I like it better. I think I like it better with the trees on the left. What do you think? Where should I cut that off? Maybe right there. Here we are looking down the opposite way, and yeah, I don't like this as much. Usually when I'm at this location, I try to opt in for a pretty zoomed in shot here. You know, maybe with snow or some ice in the river. But today, there's nothing really of interest. What first caught my eye was a couple of these trees here, but even that's not tripod worthy. So we are going to call this spot complete. I did notice from across the street one of the unnamed waterfalls on an unnamed stream was flowing pretty nicely. I've never captured a photo I've been pleased with here at the waterfall, but you know, we're all glutton for punishment, so I'm gonna try this again despite my better feelings on the subject. Part of the issue is it's just not symmetrical, and I can never find a composition that I'm pleased with. Perhaps today will be different. All right, here we are. I do like that waterfall a bit. I don't know if there's any great photo here, but it's worth an opportunity. Behind that, above that little ridge, is a second waterfall. I don't think I've ever noticed it. I must have, but I don't think I ever have. And what I'm hoping to do is try to capture both levels in the same picture. I can't quite see if that's possible yet. Let's go up a little bit further and give it a shot. All right, very nice. There's no secondary shot. Let me rephrase that. There's no shot of both falls, but I think I like this one a little bit better. so I'll spend my time here with the one a little bit higher up the mountain. And just a matter of now, how far away do I want the composition to be? It seems as if the further I walk back, I like the angle of the slope a little bit more photogenic. But I can't tell if that's just in my head or not, so I'll be back. As can often be the case, Mother Nature decides for us. I definitely enjoy the view from back here. I would say I am 30 yards from the falls. But the only composition has this deadfall branch in it. It's partly from a down tree or a down branch, and it's partly from that bush. Either way, if I step back here, there's no composition that avoids it. So I have to move forward. Now there is light directly on the falls, so a long exposure is really difficult and probably not worth it. We'll try both. All right, what is next? Well, first let's say the trend of no keepers, but a lot of fun continues. I think we'll head up Old Mine Road, continue the journey north, and see if there's anything to see. Let's end the video here. I don't know, I'm 20 miles, 25 miles further north. And while the sun is setting, as you can tell, the leaves just aren't popping here like they were a little bit south. The bird song sure is nice though. Thanks for watching. Get out and explore.